My name's Jim Pennant. Thanks for taking the time to be here with us, folks. I'm the manager of retirement services here at VectorVest. Been here for about 14 years. I do also teach the basic options course, our options jumpstart course. And I have every Tuesday, we have our retirement coaching group seminars that we do, our coaching groups. And I love to do that as well as these panels. So to jump right into the two stocks that I chose, Glenn, I've got XBI, which is an ETF, biotech ETF, and I also chose what was the other one I chose? Newmont Mining. So they're right next to each other. Again, the pattern you saw, of course, was gold. I look at it as a defensive measure. Steve already talked about it. I won't reiterate all that. But we were talking about Newmont Mining, and since Glenn took my EQX.
Well, you're not going to let me live that down.
I am never going to let you. No, actually, Glenn chose it first. I misspoke. He didn't steal it from me. He just chose it first. But anyway, Newmont Mining, real quick, I'll talk about that because we've already talked about gold. What you have here is and Steve used the word more of a stalwart here on Newmont Mining, a company that's been around forever. What I love about this with the retirement hat on is that it pays a nice dividend. There's a nice yield. When we look at a graph, you'll see, Steve, what was it, 79% increase in dividends just a couple of months ago on Newmont Mining. So you're getting that, I'll use the word defensive play. You're getting to take advantage of gold with the miner. You're also getting, a well-known, more mature company with a nice dividend payout as well. So a lot of good things with Newmont Mining for several reasons, the defensive measures, the dividends, and the play on gold. So we've already talked about gold. I'll go to the biotech, the XBI. Really, I was looking at, again, industries and sectors. I forget exactly where it ranks, somewhere in the top 10, the biotech sector and industries. XBI is one I looked up. When I looked at a graph, Glenn, go ahead and right-click and pull up a stock analysis report. So I'll always go in on things like ETFs. What I always say about ETFs, yeah, we all know the basic ones, but you trade ETFs, you better know the underlying basket or index. You better be familiar with them. And so I went into the XBI, and the first thing that caught my eye was the 3-month stock graph and the 3-month industry graph. And so, we don't even have to go into the charts. This is what we're looking at. We're looking at an industry that's rising. We're looking at an individual ETF that's rising. And I thought a nice trade as opposed to some of the biotech stocks. And it was alluded to earlier that you have to be careful. If there are announcements coming on those individual stocks, can be very volatile. You can get a huge gap on those. The great thing about the ETFs, can it move at the open? Can it gap? But never to the extent, especially that some of these biotechs can gap. So you avoid that trap as well. So I thought, given an industry in a sector that's moving well, I found an ETF reasonably priced that's I thought looked pretty good. So that's what I liked about that ETF. If you go in, take a look at the graph, we set up the graphs. And you can see they're, just a nice steady move. And you don't get those huge gaps, those huge drawdowns with the ETFs. I like that. You're playing a sector that is strong right now. I actually did, not to go through, but I went through the top holdings of this particular ETF. No really big names that you might recognize, but all of them very strong RTs. And before you purchase, if you want to look at some of the top holdings, you can go and do that as well. But the great thing is you're not held hostage by any one of those gapping down or cratering on you. And that's what's great about taking advantage of a rising industry for an RT industry. So I like that one as well.
I like the equity curve.
And it also pays a dividend, by the way. I forget exactly how much. I don't think it's much, but it does pay a dividend.
And I like the reduction to risk by looking at an ETF. So put those two things together, I like it.
I agree.
Patrick?
One other thing to add, go to 6 months instead of 3. I noticed this when we were looking at the report. Slide that line up a little bit.
To where?
On the left side, on those highs there, on the left.
Yeah?
Drag that up to
that
the
double
highs
high.
right there.
There you go.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you just set up a nice bounce off of that. You
Yep.
know, you came back down, retested it, popped, pulled back a little bit now, and just now hitting a new high again. I mean, that's a really strong sign. Doesn't show any signs of letting up currently, at least
Yep.
from what we can see at first glance. Yeah, looks good.
I mean, imagine what happens to Novavax
Oh, yeah.
if they're not the one.
Right, yeah, and
We're Moderna.
They could drop.
Oh, my God.
They could
They
drop
crash.
50 points.
they
in a-
crash, they crater, and you're
Yeah.
out of luck unless you
But
don't put
XBI
up
will
with it.
hold its own.
What
Yeah.
happens
Yeah,
if a
it's not-
university is the one who comes up with it and not even a biotech
There you go.
company?
Yeah.
And
Or
they
China.
put all this money into it.
Or China.
And
Yeah.
listen, it-
Could be none of us.
Yeah.
You know, that's not a bad play for coronavirus just in general.
Sure.
The
Yeah.
ETF,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
because we've caught some big stocks in the Jockey Club.
We've made a lot of money.
We've
on
made
it.
a lot of money on them, but maybe
But we're not holding them for months and
That
months.
is true. XBI could be a good way to play the coronavirus
Yep.
longer term while this is still pandemic.
Yep.
And yeah, that's what I said.
And then when they say they're close, that's when you sell.
That's when you sell.
That's when you sell. That's when you sell the XBI.
Well, I like that.
So yeah, but the two picks are still, it's hard for me to step away from the retirement-minded, defensive or more prudent type of plays here. I was going to use TLT again. We talked about the treasuries. I've used that before on the panel here.
I'm writing this down. I want this.
TLTs, I believe it's SHY or the shorter term treasuries. These are some of the long ETFs that you can go into for I say defensive measures, but that
I like that.
that can move up as well.
If one of them says they got a cure, watch even this because
Yeah, they're all going to move. They're all going to move.
they're all going to drop.
together. Yeah.
All but that one.
Oh, but that one, then you might get her. Yeah.
Sell the news.
Yeah, on when it comes down to that, I
Yep.
agree.
On any of these, whatever your objective is, we don't really talk about it, but we talk about when we want to get out and make our profits, but you're always going to have your risk management. You're going to have
Yep.
your stops, perhaps a sell stop,
Yep.
or some type of stop order, some type of risk management on these, and that's
Yep.
just maybe next time we'll talk a little more about that. But
Good pick, Jim.
Yeah, because that could be years from now anyway.
yeah,
No, it's going to be by the end of this. No, I'm not saying that.
Is that right?
Because no. Because everybody
I'll
over
make-
saying,
I'll
I
make-
was looking at y'all.
I'll make you a
on
little
YouTube.
side wager.
I'm not side wagering jack.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
But by the end of the year. All right. Anyway, let's
Optimist.
go.
By
Let's
the end
go.
of November?
Let's go. You never know.
Glenn, if you want to pop that out, I know we're out of time. Here was another one, just to get out of the biotech and gold, just for a second. If you put 3 months on that, Glenn, I was doing some research, looking at graphs, running some searches, and this stock actually jumped out at me, this SAIA. It was just performing well over 3 months. I liked the way it looked. I think it had a decent relative safety number, if I'm not mistaken. And I didn't choose it as my main stock, but to get out of the biotech and the gold, I thought I'd throw it up there. It's a buy-rated stock, having a nice run, not a lot of volatility, not a violent moves on the stock. Transportation stock.
God bless the truckers.
Yeah.
Yes, they're the
God-
ones
God
that's getting.
bless the truckers.
Everybody's
Why'd you
ordering online. A lot of
Yeah.
stuff is getting delivered.
So,
and
yeah,
Chuck's got to get stuff.
I forget what search it was, but to try to prep and look for some stocks, I was running through, and for whatever reason, this stock caught my eye.
Any reason this over ODFL? Old Dominion?
No, and that's a good point. When you go into the industry, ODFL, Old Dominion, is actually the top
number
ranked
one.
stock here.
Yes.
But no, the short answer is no. No specific reason why.
ODFL will be talked about tomorrow
Yeah,
on YouTube.
ODFL is a good one as well.
Yeah.
I would like this stock a lot more if they would get out of the left-hand lane on 77.
Yeah. But it was the same idea because it wasn't a company I was really familiar with, so I pulled up the stock analysis report. And again, the industry and the stock graph both caught my eye.
Yeah.
And so that was another one I thought you'd throw up there to get out a couple of those sectors.
It's a good pick,
industries
Jim.
we talked about.
It's a good pick, buddy.
Oh man, I dropped
And that's
my
it
pen.
for me.
All right, folks. Well, that's what we come back to. 10 stocks that are explosive-minded. You guys make remember the football, you make the call. You don't remember that? You're too young. You remember that. All right. You youngins don't know. Anyway, you guys now have 10 stocks in your hands. You have what we felt about them out there. So, and Patrick really came up with one that that got the panel to think, and that was a good conversation in regards to SDAL. So you never know. We come back next month. You say, "Holy smokes! That Patrick put that in the market went screaming down. I made a ton of money."
Yeah.
And Patrick will be in the office going, "Yeah, you like that pick, Glenn?" And I'd be like, slam my door, and he can just keep on going.
That's
Bye.
okay. Gold's going up.
And then-
Then I slide the note saying, "I told you so" under your door and walk away.
But we had a lot of fun today. Joey, did we get a winner for the mug?
Yeah, Bolt Loggy. He's I think he's already replied.
Bolt who?
Bolt B-O-L-T Loggy L-O-G-Y.
That's a strong name.
Bolt Loggy won
nice.
the
Cool.
mug. Congratulations to you. But again, just to reiterate, if you look down below this video here, you have the VectorVest store where you can purchase your own videos. Yeah, that's what I said, right, Joey?
You said videos.
Listen, I know what I said.
What kind of videos are they purchasing, Glenn?
They're purchasing good mug videos.
Okay.
All right. So you can purchase your own mugs down below. We are, for those of you who may be brand new, if you like the software that we've talked about today, the VectorVest software, Joey, can you put the link in there? Man, Joey, I'm going to just bring that up. Joey's going to bring the link up for you. And from that link, actually, he's going to probably put it in the chat. That's the better way to do it. Don't put it up here. Joey's going to put it in the chat. Click on that link. You can take a trial of the VectorVest software, all of the power within the VectorVest software for 99 cents for 30 days. VV Nation, talk to those people out there in the chat who are on the fence on taking out the trial. All right, so we got a bunch of VectorVest people in the room. Let them talk to you. Don't even listen to me. Let them talk to you. We track over 19,000 stocks worldwide. We time the market for guidance. And again, tomorrow we will be back on YouTube, or I will, for Trending Thursdays. Don't forget, Patrick, in regards to the mobile app, is on our Facebook page at 11 a.m. You want to, everybody who's a subscriber to the software has access to the mobile app. You want to learn how to use the mobile app? Patrick is the man to go to. Go look at that Facebook video every Thursday at 11 o'clock. He walks you through the nuances of using the mobile app. One last time, if you like what we talked about today and you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. This is content that we bring to you. We have other content. We have Fantastic Female Fridays every other Friday. Clayton DeBert is also putting up videos for brand new people wanting to learn how to invest in the market. All of that is part of our YouTube content, and we want to see you. We want to grow the channel. We want to keep giving you the content. So with that, folks, we're going to sign off. Thank you, Steve Chappell. Thank you, Patrick France. Thank you, Jim Penna. And of course, Joey in the background. Say bye, Joey.
Bye, Joey.
All right. Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, salam, shalom, and namaste. Have a great day. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Now, if you're new to the software or would like refresher information about the software, click on this Getting Started video right here. Thanks to all of your input, here's a YouTube video that we think would be perfect for you. Click right here. If nothing else, folks, just hit the subscribe button right here.